Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of The Hustle Guinea Pig. I'm your host, Obafemi Samuel, and today's video is going to be really interesting. But before we go, I just want to let you know that this video is divided into two parts because I have a lot to say. This is part one. Be sure to subscribe and stick around if you want to see part two. So let's go. And when we start out as filmmakers, we're usually at the bottom end of the budget range. So like we're talking about free to very, very low budget because that's just how it is. And at that time, what we're selling to them is that we can give them really high quality video at affordable rates. And that makes sense to a business owner who's trying to get a video done at that price point, because what you're telling them is you can get, a relatively high budget look for your video at this price point, and it makes sense. But when we start to climb to higher budget ranges, the conversation is completely different. At this price point, the video quality is supposed to be good, so you cannot sell that as a value proposition to your client. So what exactly is a client looking for at this price point? The most important thing to a client is risk. Yep. Risk. The higher the budget is, the greater the risk involved. For higher budget clients, a lot of things are at stake. A lot of things can go wrong if the project fails. That's why you have to use the best cameras, best crew, best equipment. Everything that you need will be provided for you because they want to be able to reduce the risk as much as possible. Now, there are things that you can do that will make you very, very, very risky to a high budget client from afar. They can sense, they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, we cannot be able to work with you today. We hope to work with you in future. It's a lie. They've told you bye in Queen's English. What are the things that can make you seem very risky to a high-paying client? The first reason is you're not an expert. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. A company wants a documentary, and then there are two filmmakers involved. There's one who is a documentary specialist, and the second one is just a general filmmaker who has made short films, he has made documentaries, he has made, he has shot wedding films, and he has all that in his portfolio. Who do you think the company who wants to pay big money for is going to go with? Obviously, it'll make more business sense to go with the documentary filmmaker because he is positioned as an expert. He's positioned as someone who has, an idea of what it would take to film a documentary for a client or for a brand. We can take it even further, and you're a documentary filmmaker for corporate organizations. That is going to give, they're not even going to think twice before they pick you first, even ahead of just a regular documentary filmmaker. It is very important to have a niche. Now, this is a very, very controversial topic, and it's something that we're going to explore a lot on this channel. So please, if you like stuff like this, be sure to subscribe. One of the things that can make you smell like a very big risk to a high budget client is if you don't have a specific expertise on the kinds of problems that they want to solve with video. Number two is your price. The high budget clients do not take the least expensive offer. I'll say it again. The high budget clients do not take the least expensive offer. They will never go for the cheapest option. I'll give you a typical example. This one happened to me real life. I walked into an agency. I'm not going to mention the agency because of, obviously, right? I walked into an agency with the hopes to, strike a video partnership collaboration with them. And so as I was talking to one of the staff that works there, a very young dude, and he was telling me that, well, right now they're not really sure that they would need a video partner, but once in a while they have video work. And then he now said, right now there's a client that they want to work with, and two video production companies are bidding for the project. And he said one of them is too cheap, and then they are starting to question the quality of his work, and the other one is too expensive. So as I was about to leave, I was like, look, man, I'll be doing myself a disservice if I don't ask this question. So I said, I know you might not be able to answer me, but if you don't want to answer me, it's fine. But I just want to know, how much was the lower budget? How much was it? What do you think the low budget was? Hit in the comment section below. Just type in the comment section below first. No cheating. Don't wait to the end. Just type in the comment section below. What do you think it was? And so when I asked him the question, he didn't even stutter at all. He just said, oh, well, yeah, the guy, he charged 2.5 million. Yay, my God. When a client is used to paying an amount of money for a particular project or a particular type of video work, and then you come with a very low amount of money, it's just gonna sound risky. Let's just talk about normal day life. You go to an iPhone store and then you see an iPhone 12 Pro Max for 60,000 naira. You're not gonna buy it. You're gonna have doubts. You're gonna have serious doubts about buying that product. It's the same way it is for those big clients that spend millions and millions of naira because when you start talking about like hundreds of thousands of naira to them, it's kind of weird. That makes you risky. So your price too can make you very risky to a high budget client. And number 3 is your sales and your communication process. How do you just communicate with your clients? Are you easy to communicate with? Are you always available to them, at the agreed time of communications? Are you always ready to talk? Are you polite? Can you solve their problems for them? Can you answer questions that they have? If you're not easy to communicate with, if you take like 10 hours to respond to an email, or you never even respond at all, they call you, you don't pick, you're not reliable. You see, that reliability is a very, very big problem. And no matter how good you are, no matter how wonderful your work is, if you're not reliable, you are a big risk to any organization and they will not work with you. Even if they didn't see it at the beginning and they managed to squeeze out a project from you, they will never come back. And that is a problem for any business, because if you don't have your clients coming back to you, then it's difficult, because it is cheaper to keep a client than to acquire a new client. Let that sink in. So if you're coming to this part of this video, I'm sorry, this is where the video is going to end, because I don't want to waste your time and I know that you're busy. So if you want to watch the part 2 of this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and like and comment and hit the bell notification so that you'll be the first to know when I drop the part 2. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the video. Don't forget to hustle hard, hustle smart, but either way, get the bag. It is the Hustle Guinea Pig, and I will see you all, God willing, in the next video. But